Confederate flags.
Tonight we're not talking about.
Tonight we're going to be talking about Confederate flags.
Wow! Why did your mic do that?
I don't know.
That was crazy.
Because I yelled.
We're not going to talk about Confederate flags. Tonight we're going to talk about our favorite business practices, and when I asked what that means, it's our favorite whatever we want to tell you. So, yay! As Deb says, spirit fingers, which I have never freaking heard in my life. I was with you with jazz hands. I don't know what this is.
Spirit fingers.
Yeah,
I've never heard spirit fingers.
I'm way out of my element here.
That's like Pep Squad stuff. Oh, Wade, did you go get your tooth fixed, buddy? I was looking to see who all was here.
Wade?
Adam and Wade, Alvin Smith,
Wade, Larry,
Dream,
and Adam's here, and he loves stupid buyers.
Andy's here.
And
I forgot to. I remembered to post this in all of like 2 groups, so that's my bad. Anyway, wait, what's your situation, Adam? Adam said he'd like to hear our opinion on his situation.
Okay, buyer bought an Apple protection program from me that was unopened and sealed. Claims he couldn't register, but wants to keep the item and be refunded the money. He even opened up a PayPal claim against me, not even an eBay claim, which is where he bought the item. Well, good news for you, but he wants to keep the item. Make him return it, let him do the claim, whatever. I would call him and talk to him and say, hey, I just asked him to return it, because that, I guess everybody got that email this morning what the changes are going to be with the eBay PayPal split. Did you get that?
No.
It was unopened and sealed. Why would he not be able to register it? No, that's.
And why would he still want it if it don't
Exactly.
do nothing?
Why does he want to keep it?
It could have been. I mean, maybe it was an Apple protection program that never got registered at the cash register in the first place. I mean, don't those work that way? I mean, because all they are little boxes, and then they scan it, and you know what I mean?
Oh, like gift cards?
Like a
kind of.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know nothing about them. I don't do none of the fruit phones.
Or maybe it got registered so long ago that the registration was dead. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Apple has a thing that doesn't get used within a certain period of time.
It would depend on what they told him. It would. No way, period, would he get to keep it. Even if it's. I mean, I understand it's not, something that he can. Like a shirt or something like that, but still, I wouldn't let him keep it. But I would want to know what it said when he tried to register it. Did it say that it's already been registered before? Did it just say that it was invalid due to what? That would be my question. Does that make sense?
I know someone that recently, because I was in a Hangout with them, that bought a sealed copy of Adam, you might want to listen to it. It's actually Chad. Adam could get a hold of Chad. He could explain the whole thing. Bought a sealed copy of some virus protection software. He opened it. He wanted it for his own use. He opened it, went to register. It didn't work. While I was in the Hangout, he got on the phone, and I listened to him do it. What happened was it was only good for 1 year, but when that person, because they told him where it was purchased at, was purchased at Best Buy for 1 year. It was either 1 year or 6 months. It had just come up. So that person never used it, that software, but it got registered at the cash register, and that started the time clock ticking. Does that make sense? On that warranty program, or on that program.
So they only had a year to register it, or a year? It was only good.
When they bought it apparently, when they bought it at Best Buy, it registered the software. When they scanned it at Best Buy, even though it was still sealed, it registered automatically. I mean, that's a theory of what it could be with the Apple Care plan. I don't know.
That's stupid.
Yep.
Oh.
I mean.
Adam said he contacted Apple and they claimed it was an older protection plan, which they would not be using anymore. Or they might not be using anymore. That's fine. I've had those before, and I don't do them because you look at the copyright and it says like 2009, and you don't know if that's the same copyright they still put on the same package today, or you know what I mean? And it's always kind of scared me because you don't know if they're good or not.
So it is no good then, is what I mean. That's what Apple is saying. Apple is saying, yeah, it's no good.
Correct.
Well, you have to give him his money back then. There's no point in returning it because you can't do anything with it.
How much? Oh, what? Message not sent. Why does it not like me?
Oh, which might not be able to be. Why would they not know whether it could be registered or not? That doesn't make any sense. That they might not be using anymore. And it might not be able to be registered. That's kind of silly.
No.
Oh, that sucks. $69.95.
Oh.
Sorry, dude.
I mean, at this point, I would probably do the open with PayPal. I don't know, do damage control and not to get a negative if you haven't already. I'll just be like, I mean, either way, you're going to get back software. It's not worth anything. Whether or not he get, you know, if it doesn't register with Apple, he's probably going to get his money. He's going to get his money back. You're going to be out the software that supposedly doesn't work.
Yeah.
Do damage control at this point. Don't get pissy, Adam. I know you.
You're an asshole, and you knew it when you got it, and now you've got to keep it, and I'm not giving you any money.
How much did you pay, though, Adam?
Probably $2.
Yeah.
Right.
Part of the yard sale for $1. So you're not out $69.99. You're out $1. And I've argued with people about this till the cows come home.
Oh yeah, I've had those arguments with people before too, and they're like, "Well, I lost $100." I'm like, "No, you didn't.
No.
Like,
you lost what you.
$6 you paid for it, and the $8 it cost you to ship it."
Yep.
Well, the person I argued with said, "Well, technically it was an asset of my company valued at $70 and now or $69.99. So I lost the $60." I was like, "Okay, whatever. We can argue about this forever."
Well, that doesn't even make
You
sense
know what
because
I
it's
do?
a loss.
I don't talk to those people.
That's your favorite practice?
My favorite practice is to ignore.
Dude, no.
That's what I do. I ignore.
There's some arguments you're never going to win.
That's true. Okay. Favorite practices. I think the whole, you know, like you said somebody said that, you know, what's our favorite thing to sell?
Crack.
Crack? I like crack.
Crack is whack.
Crack is what? Poor Whitney.
But this show.
I actually just saw that on the TV yesterday because they were doing a talk about her daughter, and then they did like an excerpt, like a little segment back to like when she was telling Oprah that, like, I don't do crack. Crack is for poor people. I'm too rich for crack. Crack is whack.
That was awesome. Crack is whack was on T-shirts forever. But I guess
it was Matt Lynn. It was Matt Lynn and Dino Dump that said, talk about what the panel members' favorite things to sell are, and that's what got me. He said, and then he said, talk about how much of your profit you put back in your.
You know what my favorite thing to sell is?
All of my profit
make
goes.
me a lot of money.
Shoot, girl. All of my profit goes back into my business. I don't live off of any of it.
That's because Danica's rich.
That's right, yo.
I enjoy selling things like today, buying things if I can get them cheap enough that I know have value, like especially on eBay, but they require some research and you don't know what they are, you know, but you're in them really, really, really cheap and there's potential for good profit. That's the kind of stuff I like. So
you like the oddities?
I love the oddities. I'm the guy that sells the rare, the unusual, weird.
I like to research them, but I hate eBay, so.
But then I lose interest and I don't list it on eBay and ends up on a shelf over here.
Yeah, I think my favorite things to sell, not like my, you know, things that are my bread and butter, but like my favorite things to sell are those things that you're like, you're at the store or wherever you are and you're like, ooh, what's this? And then you look it up and you're like, ooh, yay! And then you just like throw it in your cart and like trawl it down the way, you know? Yeah, I don't know what it is,
like
but
skipping down the aisles at the Goodwill.
Yeah.
What? I like books. Books are my favorites. They're quick and
Boring.
easy. I know you think they're boring, but I love books. Period. Like in my life, like I mean, I love books. Just the feel and smell of books, anyways. But there's just something, I don't know. There's just something about books. I love them. I do like doing the research for the weird things, but I hate doing eBay, so I don't get to do, the weird stuff unless somebody asks for help. And then I'm like, oh, let me see what I can find. Because it's fun. It's fun to research and look up something new. But I don't know. Books are my favorite. I don't know. There's
like
just something about. I mean, like you get a book for 86 cents and sell it for $100.
I like books because because they're cheap and the profit margin is incredible.
Right.
I bought this one today. Hang on, because I can't remember what it's worth. Oh my god, I can't read that. They got a sticker, college bookstore sticker over the UPC.
The UPC.
The UPC.
So while we're waiting on you, I was cleaning my eBay room. Like you notice, it's a little bit different. I got my boxes are on the shelf that moves because I moved some things around.
Nice.
And I moved a blanket that was over in the corner in front of the closet, and there was a whole tote of stuff under it. And I was like, "What are you doing here?"
No.
But what I found in the tote was something I found out when I got it. I didn't test it properly, and I had the plug in backwards. I thought it didn't work. And I was just talking about this last week because I put a bolo up. But I have this piezo maker, and it's got the coolest design. Look at it.
That is pretty.
Yeah, it's not normal, that's for sure. Like, it's interesting looking. So, but when I got it, I remember I tested it, and I was like, oh, this doesn't work, And then apparently, like, I had the plug upside down.
$2.
It attaches. Okay, go. Are you ready? Go.
$2, 33,000 rank in books, so it's an active college textbook, and it should FBA for $50.
Cool.
And I only paid $100. Well, y'all know that I paid $100 total for my whole carload full. It's $105 total for the carload full of stuff that I got today. So I mean, that's like half my money back right there, minus fees or whatever. But it's a good bit of my money back.
See, books are just easy. They're so easy.
With books, my favorite practice, I looked for obviously textbooks, reference books, self-help books, anything nonfiction. If it's fiction,
anything occult.
Anything occult, anything some.
The weirder it is, and the more like micro niche it is, the better. Like I love to see just freaky ass titles, on the shelf because you're like, oh, okay, I'm not even gonna scan that.
Cookbooks. I mean, even old regional cookbooks. The ones that
like the church cookbooks.
Church put out that were spiral bound and had everybody's recipes. I've sent those off to FBA and made good money off of them.
Yep, church cookbooks are awesome. Southern church cookbooks are awesome.
Because there's somebody somewhere that remembers that recipe book that Grandma had, and their first thing they think of when they go, gosh, I wish I had that, they're going to go to Amazon.
Yeah.
That's the first place they're going to go, and you can almost kind of command your own price on some of those if you're the only seller.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't typically like to sell them. People don't like to look for books that don't have barcodes, and that's kind of where the money is. So there you go.
And people don't want to make the listings.
There's I mean, that's not where all the money is. Obviously, there's money in books with barcodes, but don't pass by the books that have the written ISBN and no barcode on the back, because those are the ones that every other book scanner in your town has skipped over.
Yep.
Guarantee it.
Yep.
Did I just give out? I just totally gave out the world's biggest book bolo.
You did.
It is. I mean, I love cookbooks.
Cookbooks have been on a bolo list for as long as I've been selling.
Yeah, but it's everybody. Everybody always goes for like the Better Homes and Gardens, or whatever is sitting in Walmart right now, and that's
Skip those.
Don't do those. Don't do those national bestseller, whatever. Southern
Living
cooking.
annual ones.
Yeah.
Skip those, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Don't do that. There's nothing there.
Skip
What
going.
is your favorite
Beer.
I guess accounting method?
Talking about what?
Your favorite accounting method? Like how do you keep track of your profits, your losses, what's going on with your business?
Outright.
GoDaddy, yeah.
Lame.
Look, we can't all be like you, Danica, where we document
No, I
everything
hate
in our
GoDaddy.
little spreadsheet and be diligent and keep doing it.
Dumb.
I like GoDaddy because now if you can integrate your Amazon and your eBay,
No, I mean I just don't like the company. I haven't used their software. I just don't like the company. So I don't.
Yeah, but it wasn't their software. Like they bought it, so it was created by somebody else. So it doesn't really count. Like it's not like it's really GoDaddy.
Doesn't really count.
They just own it.
It's not their business. They just own it.
They
Good
just bought it.
Lord.
They didn't create it.
What are you, good lordin'?
Ron Sears says, I love cookbooks too. I have over 8,000. Please tell me that's at Amazon and not in your
I was going to
house.
say in your inventory, right?
That's a lot.
Way to go.
That moose.
You know, here's the stuff that doesn't work. Like, here's an example. I picked this up while we were in Florida, and it was the field diary of Lieutenant Edward Settle Godfrey. And it was just this random little book I paid a couple bucks for. But what caught my eye was it said the Pentagon Library down here. And then, since we're talking about books, and then stamped inside, or embossed inside, I can't remember. But yeah, it's a book about the Battle of Little Big Horn or whatever, and it says, and then I went to the next page, it says 1,000 copies. So in 1957, they only printed 1,000 copies, and then it's embossed with Department of the Army Library, Washington, D.C. So I was like, you know what, if that were in a thrift store, most people would have skipped over that, because they're not going to stop, take the time, and look it up. It doesn't have an ISBN, but and I have it listed. I don't really know what it's worth, but for a couple bucks, it was really cool because it has these awesome fold-out maps that are all intact in it.
Is that the one you got at the flea market?
Yeah,
from that girl?
Flea market in Florida. Yeah, and I just realized it was laying here.
It was a really
I
cool book.
normally don't do library editions, but I mean, chances are most of the 1,000 copies didn't make it out alive.
Right.
So. Yep. So I like stuff like that, and of course I researched it while we were in Florida, and I just kind of looked it up. I was like, oh, that is so cool, and couldn't find a whole lot on it, and I find stuff like that fun.
See, I end up keeping stuff like that, like the cool odd books, like that book, like that. I would keep that for my kids to use. I don't keep all of the old or the odd books, but like that subject matter, I would keep it for my guys. Jenny Benny said she uses mint.com.
Which is almost the same as GoDaddy. It's a very similar
It's free though.
setup. Recently it seems like the different companies are all using the same software developer. Like,
Right.
Have you noticed that a lot of the sites, like especially that have to do with reselling, the ones that are like inventory or the store sites where you're setting up a store, they all look the same. They just have a different, name on them. But I mean, I think they're all using the same basic web developing software or whatever. I use Mint for my own personal budget. I love Mint. I think it's great. I don't think it would work for my business per se, just because I really like that because it's not going to link to eBay like GoDaddy does, And I like to see how much I pay in fees. It makes it really easy when I do my taxes to sit there and just go through and go, okay, those were my utility costs, and that was my eBay fees, and this was my postage, and, because it all breaks down by category, makes it really simple. Plus, you can track your mileage in it as well, and it automatically deducts it out. So.
See, like the spreadsheet thing that John made me, it has everything separate like that. Like there's the mileage. There's a mileage page where you put your mileage in, and then he made an eBay section that it calculates what the fees would be. I don't use it. It calculates on there based on what the auction sold for, what the fees would be, and all that good stuff. Like, it does all that for me. I just don't use it.
Oh,
The eBay part. I don't know. I guess I like spreadsheets because they're so clean and clear and crisp and all straight lines and OCD-ness.
Well, I'm gonna have to start doing a spreadsheet for the new video series that I'm gonna do.
Mhm.
Because I'm gonna have to keep track of things separately because it's not like I can set up a separate PayPal account, you know. So I'm gonna have to, you know, line item all the stuff. So maybe it'll be good because maybe it'll get me in the habit of doing that, and then I might go like full force just because I have the spreadsheet, you know, that I have is amazing. I just don't use it. So I think now would be a really good time because, you know, since I'm kind of trying to get more organized and more business-like and have a process and a procedure and kind of a schedule and just kind of, you know, it might just be good just to throw that in, you know. Since I'm going to be doing it anyway for the $100 thing, you know, I might as well.
That's going to be super fun.
I think so, too. The only thing was like, when I put the suggested thing over on another group out of the 1,500, they were making suggestions, and that was great. The problem was it was getting too technical. You know, I was like, oh, well,
like
track how much time you're spending, and track how much you're using in this kind of, you know, supplies, and track, what else was it? There was like 3 different things to like track, and I'm just like, I don't want to do that. Like,
figure out how much toner it costs you every time you print a page.
Yeah, I'm like, it's not really that technical, and it wasn't even about beginners. It was really more about sourcing. I threw in the extra stuff, like the not having an eBay store and not having feedback, and I threw those things in just to kind of help deal with like the naysayers that are like, oh, well, yeah, that's fine and dandy for you, but that doesn't work for me because I've only been selling for 3 months and blah, 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 blah. You know, so I was trying to get rid of that, but what ended up happening is since I added those little kind of blocks, you know, the barriers in there, then it was like, it became a beginner, you know, like a beginner, proof to a beginner type thing. And that really wasn't what it was about. It was more about limited sourcing, you know.
Well, like, it's your thing, so don't let them sway you.
I know. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to edit how I'm doing it, but I'm gonna go ahead. I think it's just the way that I present it, you know. And then
I didn't see it as a beginner thing though. I don't
didn't
know.
either, but for some reason it got seen that way in another group by a lot of people. Like they, you know, kind of just saw it that way. So it was surprising to me because I was like, oh, I didn't even think about it like that. You know, I was really doing it as a sourcing demonstration, you know. But
yeah, I didn't take it as a newbie thing. That's kind of funny that it was taken.
Yeah, so I think it's maybe just the way that I present it when I do the actual video will kind of set the tone, you know, for everything. So, but I'm excited. I think it's going to be fun.
I think it will be fun. It'll be something different to do to like jazz it up.
Fun and I think I'm going to release the videos on Fridays. I think I'm going to go sourcing on Thursdays, like specific for that project. So I think Thursdays will be the sourcing day for that. And then I'll put the video out like Friday.
That'll be cool.
But I think it's going to be fun.
You know what would be super cool? If I remembered to do my helpful videos.
You know, my helpful video this week was going to be how to bulk edit your UPCs.
I don't know how to do that.
Well, that's what I was going to do.
But that's an eBay thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
What's eBay?
Yeah, I went to relist today because everything ended last night, and I went to relist everything, bulk relist. And I got red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, and I basically just went around my office, said, okay, fine, and got all the items that I knew had barcodes, and the ones that didn't, I put does not apply, and sat down and went through my barcode scanner and added UPCs to them.
The problem that I'm worried about with that is because, you know, all new items are supposed to have it, right?
Right.
But the issue comes in with me in that I part things out, and I'll part things out that are new. And so I say that those parts are new.
Oh.
But there's no barcode, obviously, because they're a part of the machine. I tried to put the UPC of, like, the whole unit, and
Right.
it told me it wasn't valid. And it was different from yours, where yours was it was trying to bring up the catalog.
Right.
It was telling me it was completely invalid. Like, I couldn't put it in.
Huh.
Yeah. And so, I don't know. I'm hoping that it doesn't affect, like, my search results, because that's what the UPC thing is going to do. It's going to affect your search results, and I'm concerned that my new items aren't going to come up as well.
Right.
Wait a minute. So you buy brand new things off the shelf and part them out?
I have, yeah. I've
Really?
taken things directly out of the box and just took all the pieces off.
It's worth more to part out some new things.
Yep.
That's killer.
That's
why
awesome. What are those
I
items?
wouldn't have to get dirty.
I'm just kidding.
No, we wouldn't.
I am very sad.
Well, you know how I bought those things today?
But what? You weren't supposed to buy. Oh, that's right. Yes.
My probiotics that I bought, you know what I found out? There's 2 packages inside of 60. So I'm thinking about just splitting it up and selling them in 60s.
Are they 2 bottles of 60 inside?
2 boxes, look.
Actual box.
Oh, it's a fatty box.
And there's 2 with UPCs on them inside.
So how were those if you tried to do
Same price as the 120.
Huh?
The same price as the 120 on Amazon.
So if you FBA those as 2 60s instead of 120, you'd come out less money actually because you're paying 2 fulfillment fees.
Essentially, but I could sell them, you know, on eBay. I could sell them on eBay as 180 count.
You could.
Boom.
Nobody's selling 180 count. So, yes, I did buy stuff today. I went to the store to buy gift wrap. And I ran into a probiotic.
But it doesn't count because
No, it doesn't
here's
count.
why. That was a super special, short time, had to do it right at that moment thing.
Oh, I don't feel
It
bad
wasn't
about it.
like you went sourcing, though. You know what
I
mean?
didn't leave my house going, I'm going to go buy some stuff.
Right.
You
That
know?
was, I mean, it would have been stupid to not get those.
Right. I mean, yes, it would have been.
I just want people to get, you know, because you're on the freeze, and I wanted to make sure that it was like,
They don't pay my
girl,
rent.
ain't nobody got no time for that stuff.
I don't worry about nobody's opinion unless they pay my rent. And that guy in there does that, so, you know.
That guy in there.
There's a Futurama thing, and there's this like rich girl, and she's like her parents get kicked out of their house by the mob or something, and they're like, "Who do you think pays your rent?" And she's like, "What's rent?" And I'm like, that was me, like as a kid, you know. It's like, what's rent? What is that? And now it's like, what's a house note? Blah. Do you use a program to keep up with inventory?
I don't, but I was thinking about using Inventory Lab whenever I was really starting to think that I was going to do Amazon, like, boom! I was like this close to getting Inventory Lab.
I know Bama likes it.
But then I looked at Scan Power, and that was right when Scan Power had, like, it had only been released for like a month or so, had their inventory thing that they had just added to the program. And so I was going back and forth trying to figure out which one I was going to use, and then I decided I hated Amazon and I didn't want to do it.
I don't. I have, you know, spreadsheet stuff, but beyond that, no, I just run reports and I kind of keep my eye on it.
Hey, Danica, I have a video you can do. Okay, you know how to pull your sales for a year?
Mm-hmm. On Amazon?
Okay. Yes, and where it shows the city and zip code where it went.
Where what?
Where the shipment went, where the item
shipments?
went.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
Where the item went. Okay. For some reason, I couldn't find it the other day. I was trying to help Bill because Bill was doing his taxes, his sales tax.
Mr.
And when
Bill?
yes, Mr. Bill. When I did my sales taxes back in March or whenever it was supposed to be, I pulled a whole report for all of the whole year, and then I basically sorted it by state and then deleted all the other states and then kept Texas, right, to do my taxes. For some reason, I couldn't find it when he was doing his, and he was having to pull his every month, like the monthly report. So do your video this week for the annual thing, because I couldn't find it, and I knew it existed because I pulled it before. But
they haven't gotten rid of it, right? Like
I hope not, because if they make you pull every month, I won't send my sales tax.
Why is Mr. Bill just now paying his taxes?
Pennsylvania apparently is. He just got his sales tax certificate, so he's Gotcha. I think he's doing retroactive.
Gotcha.
Because that's what I did. I did my sales certificate back to January of last year, and I think he's quarterly or something like that. So he's coming up. Something's going on. I don't know. It's all his business, but he couldn't pull the report, and I tried to pull it, and I couldn't do it either. So make your video about that. What? I don't know.
I have to log into it and look at it.
Yeah, but that's your video of the week.
Okay. I will do.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I need to write that down because I will forget. I have like all these notes everywhere. Like
that's what I told you. I took my Post-it notes because I put things on Post-it notes, and I started putting the Post-it notes inside of a notebook. So they're inside of a spiral, and I just flip through them.
I would like to do a show about inventory control and organization and stuff. I saw a killer video. It was actually about homeschool and home management organization, but I thought it would carry over so well into what we do. And it was using, it was index cards, of all things. But I'll have to find the video and talk to you guys about it. Just don't let me forget. All right, so we want Amazon yearly sales tax by state video. Yeah?
Yep. Right.
Oh, I didn't know Bill was in the audience, and I'm all like talking about him, like he's not even there.
That's awkward.
Bill. Woo.
Oh, how are you doing? You're sitting there.
Not that Bill. Totally could have played that off.
The
And like, oh,
other Mr. Bill. The other Mr.
other one.
Judy asked if I'm still doing Uber, and I'm not. Summertime is really slow for Uber, or any rideshare. Like Lyft is extra slow too. Taxi cabs are slow. Summer's just a really slow time for transportation things. That I've read on the Facebook pages, and I've seen people out on Friday nights, and they're posting on Facebook saying, it's totally dead. There's nothing going on. I've been logged on for 3 hours. I only got 2 rides, and that kind of stuff. I don't have time. I don't got time for that.
You would think though that during summertime, there would be so many people.
It's not. You gotta think a lot of our community leaves during the summer because we're a university town, and so the students are gone. Our traffic goes down significantly during the summertime. And then, so for some reason, numbers have said, from June through August are just really slow. So, but I don't have time to do it right now anyway, even if it was busy. because I'm gonna be sourcing and listing all the time.
Deb's like, I'm going to shop, damn it, soon.
I'll go shopping. Yeah.
How many hours are you down to?
One more day.
Huh? I
Oh,
got
you're
one more
down
day.
to-
I'm going shopping on Wednesday.
Is tomorrow's the last day of June?
Yeah.
Don't tell me that.
30
I
days
did
has
not know that.
September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 30 days. September, it's got 28, sometimes 29.
I did not know that. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know what the date today is either, so that could have
The
something to
29th.
do with it. Apparently.
But yeah, I can't wait to go shopping. I got a whole plan. Like, there's a whole plan of action. That's why I'm organizing my room, because it just seemed fit. You know, you can't like start this whole awesome business plan and then come and dump all your inventory in the middle of the floor because you can't move in the room.
Their screen just black, or is that my computer? Oh, there you are.
So, yeah, so that's why I'm organizing today. I was going to organize tomorrow, but I just got tired of looking at this stuff, and so I'm doing it now. I'm going to be on eBay Radio tomorrow.
No.
In case any...
You do
Did
it?
everybody freeze? No, Dusty's moving.
No, my phone's
Yeah,
like...
so I'm going to be on eBay Radio tomorrow at 1:15 Central Time. And I'm going to be talking about my listing challenge.
Is that like, I'll be really honest, like, how do I listen to that? I have no clue.
I don't either.
I totally
Ask
become...
I
Jack.
have no idea how you listen to that.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's...
hang on. You go to
I mean, I've caught them on, like, podcast stuff on my phone, but I have no idea how you do it, like...
yeah, like how to listen to it live. Yeah, I've listened to the podcast too, but I've never like actually listened to it. Like, live.
voicemarketingradio.com.
Is that what it is? Is it really that? Voicemarketing.com? Oh, I guess it is. Oh, yeah, listen live. It's right there. Voicemarketingradio.com.
Let me see, listen live.
Yeah, I've got the time slot for 1:15 Central, which is 11:15 Pacific time, which is when they really are.
So who else is on there?
I'm going to be famous. I'm going to be famous, y'all.
Who else is on where?
Who else is on with you? Deb only? How boring.
You're only on for like, you're not on for very long. It's like 8 minutes.
You don't have two other people whose names start with D? What
I
kind
don't
of show
drag
is that?
around the D. I don't drag around the D. I mean,
What? Seriously, what kind of show is that?
I'm going to bring around my friend Daniel and my other friend Deidre.
I'm
Deidre?
saying.
I only hang out with D people.
Do you have a friend named Deirdre?
Are you guys? No. I have no D friends besides you guys.
I have a friend Daniel. Well, his name's actually Jackson. But we
Oh,
called
I
him
have
Daniel.
a friend Deanne, but she's not like somebody I talk to a lot. She's more of like a Facebook friend.
She's my friend.
And she's my family that I envy. Like her family does like crawfish boils, and because they're from Louisiana, but they live here and they do like nice little family events, and I always see their pictures and I'm like, I want to be adopted by you. You know, like they're my family I envy on Facebook. I got to know her because she did couponing, and I did couponing back when I was stay-at-home mom because I had no money. That's how I got my business name. I don't know if people know that. I've said it a couple times, but that's where Pinching Pesos came from. When I first started selling on eBay, I sold coupons.
I was so
Because
broke.
I was stay-at-home mom, and they were, like, they started mailing the coupons. And people, I lived in an apartment complex, and people would get their junk mail and just throw it in the recycling bin that was right next to the mailboxes. So I would just take them out, and I would sell the coupons. which I was only making like $75 a week or whatever, but that's a lot for a stay-at-home mom that didn't have any other income at the time. You know.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's where pinching pesos came from. Yeah, that's where pinching pesos came from, was because of the coupons, which makes total sense, you know, for coupons. But then now like my branding, I guess.
My internet keeps.
Yeah, you keep like
freezing.
pausing up, and then Dusty's distracted, and he's not moving, and so then I think that what I'm saying is just boring.
I'm reading the
because
chat.
nobody's saying anything.
No, I was trying to get my internet. Like I was trying to swap. There's 2 different choices on my internets that we have, and I was trying to see if the other one had a better signal. So I was concentrating, Deb.
You're bored. Just say it.
I was not bored. I was trying to see if the other one was.
Deborah, you're just talking about stupid stuff.
I just hit a brick wall for the day. I think, like, you know, when you get to that point, you're all of a sudden you're like, oh.
Yep. We're at bedtime.
And it was like.
That was me at like 6:25. I was like, oh, I gotta do the show. I don't want to. I don't feel good. I'm tired. Like, then the show started, and I was like, yeah!
I know. Well, that is exactly what I told John. I was like, I so don't want to do the show. I feel like crap. The boys are gone. I am so, like, discombobulated and just kind of out of it. And I told her, he's like, honey, then, you know, reschedule or whatever, you know, go to bed. And I was like, no, as soon as I get on with Deb and Dusty, I'll be fine. It'll be fine once my friends are there.
Yeah, totally.
But
you know.
Afterwards at
8:01. He's like, what's wrong with you? You know?
8:01, we'll be in bed.
Yeah, there's no after show with this show. We don't hang out afterwards.
Yeah.
It's literally usually Danica going, I got to feed my kids, or Deb going, I got to feed my kids. We go, okay, bye, see y'all tomorrow. Click.
Yep, bye. That's why I have had people ask constantly for the after link. There is no after link. We do
You'll
not
be in there
hang
all
out.
by yourself.
We talk to each other all day long, so we're good with not. We don't have to stay on and do an after show. 9 times out of 10, I do. If I didn't get to feed my kids before the show, then I'm like rushing to feed my kids and do baths or showers, you know, whatever. Make sure everybody has whatever they need for the next day, and then I'm in bed. But, like, my kids are at summer camp, and it's my 10-year-old's first time being there without me or John, and I am having, like, little panic attacks because...
How far away are they?
Almost 3 hours away.
Oh, okay.
And...
Oh, is my internet running bad? Because I'm all like...
You should go visit him and be that mom and be like, sweetie, I just want to make sure you're okay. He's like, oh, Mom.
I took them to camp. I cannot go and check
on them. What is the chat doing? Is the chat doing this to you too? Is it blue and white?
Blue and white?
No, but
yeah,
y'all keep turning on this end, people in black and coming back.
What?
No. Why are you sending me a Facebook message?
Who?
Michael Stone. Oh, yeah, no, it's it rained a lot here today, and as soon as it started, like, my internet just got really wonky, and like it's doing right now, like. But I have 2 different. I have Asus and I have Asus 5G. So I'm on the 5G. I was just checking the other one to see if it was better.
The chat is it's like graphing it off for me. Like one person will be blue, and then the other person's not, and then blue, not. So it's separating everybody's. On
the YouTube side?
Yeah.
Right, did you refresh?
Mine's gray. Like, Angie's gray. Lee, I don't know how to say her name. Woodall is white. Marianne's gray. Bill's white.
It's Lisa. It's just spelt weird, she said.
Okay. I tried to make her, like, German or something.
She looks fine to me. Everybody over there looks fine.
Yeah, mine's blue and then white and blue and white and blue and white and blue.
Mine's, like, gray. It's like a grayish purple. And then white, and then maybe it's, I don't know. But that's how my whole YouTube is. Like, my YouTube background is gray.
I got way more stuff than I thought I did.
Lisa said I tried to
Like,
coupons.
I've been unearthing items.
Wait. I lost YouTube. Okay.
Lisa
Whoa! On America Online.
I tried to coupons in the group on America Online. I'm dating myself. I remember paying by the hour for Prodigy, which then got eventually I think bought by America Online. But even with America Online, if I'm not mistaken, I think we had to pay by the hour for dial-up. You had to pay them by the hour, didn't you? Yeah. And then they went to that like flat $19.95 a month or $29.95 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you could.
And you could never cancel AOL.
Yeah.
It was like an act of God.
It's like the department that didn't actually exist.
My mom got charged for like months and months and months and months by AOL because they refused to cut it off.
It's like trying to cancel stamps.com. They won't let you. They're like, we'll give you a free account. What if I just don't want one? But it's free.
Don't want your stuff. Wow. My thought went that fast from to.
Oh, remember I was talking the other day about my tablets?
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out what I was going to do with them. So I ended up shipping one. I haven't got a feedback yet. But what I did is I took the plastic screen cover that was inside, and I cut it down and put it over the top. And then I put the tablet with the screen cover inside the case and the little charger thing, and then I shrink wrapped it. So, yeah, like I heat shrinked it, not shrink wrapped, but heat shrinked it.
Nice.
So, yeah, so I'm hoping, that went over. I was worried because the buyer was like, he had like 7 feedback. So
yeah, but if it's heat shrinked, for some reason people think that you can't do that on your own. Like that's how things come from the company.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that's okay. That it goes through. I shipped another one, just whole, intact, with the download card and everything, because the lady was buying it for her daughter's birthday. And she wasn't, like, trying to, like, bring me down on the price or anything. She just happened to, like, mention, oh, it's for her birthday, can you put the thing on there? And then she asked if I had an additional one because she knows it's probably going to get broken, And since my price was so low compared to the store, so I went ahead and just shipped her the whole unit with the card and everything. And then the second one was just the tablet. Since it was a gift.
She should be happy.
Yeah, so since it was a gift, I thought it was, I was like, oh, I'll just send the whole thing. Because she had mentioned, like, that she was a single mom and, because one of her payments for the other one was an e-check. So they didn't ship together. Like, she bought one and said, oh, it's a gift. Can you address it to my daughter? Oh, do you have another one? And then so she bought it, and it was like an e-check, and she, like, mentioned she had just went through a divorce or something like that, and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, well, I was just letting you know, it's not going to ship until the e-check clears, but I have no issue sending the other one, addressed to your daughter. It wasn't a change of address, it was just a change of name.
Right.
Oh.
But yeah, so she should be happy because she got the whole thing.
And that was the only thing that everybody was saying, was if it was a gift. That would be the only way that I could see them even caring if it was in the box or not. But even with it,
and that's why I had considered. Yeah, it should be fine. I think it should be fine.
I would not.
I sent a gift today to Australia. I actually decorated the inside of the box like Roberta had. Remember that post Roberta had with the decorating the inside of the box?
With the wrapping
decorated
paper?
The inside of the box. Yeah. I did that, and I put tissue paper in there, and then I had a card, from back when I used to do merchandising, so I went and got a birthday card and, addressed it to him and everything, and it went off to Australia, so.
Was it the
He had
person
already
that
like
ordered
overpaid for shipping.
birthday, or was it the
Like
person that ordered
overpaid for shipping.
birthday, or were they ordering it for someone else's birthday?
You know, they were ordering it for their son. They were ordering it for their son. For their son's birthday. Because he had asked me the same thing. Can you address it to him so he can open it? You know,
Nice.
it's his birthday, whatever. So I wrapped
cool.
it and everything. I know, I'm so nice.
You are nice. He'll be
What's wrong with
excited.
Dusty? Dusty's
I
kind of
don't
exploded.
know. He's like all.
No, I literally hit a
Serious.
wall, and I'm just kind of like trying to keep my eyes open. I mean, it's not you. It's
It's Dusty. Be honest. If you want to break up with us, just say.
Boring bitches.
that's it. I'm done. It's over.
I can't handle you bitches.
We're
no
gonna
more.
get D divorced.
DD.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Divorced.
Wonder if it's because I haven't eaten.
Oh, see, Lisa is half German. There. I don't like heat dry. Oh. I was trying to make sure that we didn't miss anything.
It's like my favorite thing.
Good saying.
Yeah, she said she didn't like heat shrinking. I love it.
I like to watch it. Like as soon as it starts going, like I get all.
I
like,
hate it when you get it all. I hate it when you get it all perfect and then you burn a hole in it. You're like, dang it.
Oh, I gotta start all over and do it again.
Do it again.
Mhm.
Yep.
I love that though. Like
I did that with the tablet.
Do you remember the stuff that you would put on the windows, and you had to do the blow dryer to make it tight? Like if you had drafty windows.
That's what Deb uses to shrink wrap her stuff with.
I do.
I remember.
I like
her
what-
telling me
I
that.
just make. Yeah, I got a whole sheet of it because I bought it at Goodwill. It was like $2. The window sealer stuff.
I love
It's
that
heat shrink is all it is.
I did that to somebody's window. Oh no, it was ours. It was a house that we rented right on the lake at one of the projects, and the windows were so drafty, like in the winter, and you could see the curtains blowing, you know. And so I got some of that stuff, and I did every window in that house because it was just that cool, you know. It was like I ran and got John, and I'm like, John, look, see the wrinkles? Watch. Turn on the blow dryer. Do you see it? Do you see it? Like OCD heaven.
I love how you're like somebody's windows. Like, what are you doing near my window?
I know. Well, I thought it was somebody else's house. Well, I mean, it was somebody else's house. We were renting it, but for some reason, I was thinking it was somebody else's place.
Oh, is that me? Yes.
I can't think of any more favorite things, and I can't quit yawning.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sorry. I'm sorry for yawning.
You make me yawn.
I did that mean too.
Way to go.
I know. I think that the inventory and organization we should do next week.
But I'm organizing today.
Video it.
We should have done that today because that's what I'm doing today.
But that seems to be what people ask about all the time.
Let's just start over.
Just throw all your shit in the floor, Deb, and then show us how you organize it.
That's right.
Ready? Go. That would be awesome. Deb just grabs the shelf, put all the stuff on the floor. Okay, so I'm gonna call that. Next week we're gonna do organizing your inventory, eBay and Amazon. I guess that can be another one of our favorites, like your favorite way to organize.
Does that mean I have to organize between now and then?
Well, how you keep track of things.
Yep.
Like, how do you keep track of your inventory? And
I don't want to be a hypocrite.
well, no, I mean, how do you keep track of your stuff? Like things that you have there. How do you keep track of where it is?
In my mental accounting math brain that I know where it is.
You don't have an accounting math brain.
I know where stuff is. I mean, I don't know. I could tell you where anything in my eBay inventory is right now. I could go, it's right there, there. Like, I don't know. It's kind of Rain Man-ish, but...
Do you just have everything on shelves?
And my browser just crashed. Yeah, on shelves and then in one closet. I can't see y'all because it says plug-in container for Firefox has stopped working. So if you can hear me, I'll be right back.
What is up with the Hangouts lately? Like, they are
Internet's
so
broken.
It is broken. Everything is like so weird lately. Oh, I'm like, you ever yawn yourself? What?
I was gonna talk about organizing, but then I was like, no, wait, that's next week.
What?
What?
Okay.
Like, I've yawned myself into a headache. Like, I keep yawning, and now my head is like right there. It's like I yawned a headache.
Have you ever yawned and got a cramp in your cheek? Like where your jaw just
like your jawbone?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you're like, oh my God.
Like you yawned too big.
Yeah.
And pulled a jaw muscle.
What's wrong with you? I got a cramp in my cheek.
Why you got your mouth open? That's what I know. Dude,
Really, I made progress in here.
A $30 Xbox One?
No,
I think.
crap.
Somebody was selling a $200. Somebody was selling a $200 one. And I almost bought it, but I was like, I don't really need one.
Adam's making that up.
I actually really like the Xbox One. My children apparently love it.
I can't get them off it.
They're so easy, though. If I'm like, okay, they only get an hour of game time a day. And, well, now that it's summer, they get a lot more.
To finish games.
Huh?
I said it must take them forever to finish a game.
Right? I'm evil.
They're still working on the Atari stuff.
Pac-Man.
Yeah.
They haven't quite beat Pac-Man. No, my kids they are me and John. They are absolutely me and John. They're so video games. They love them. You know, could probably sit on them all day long if we let them. They're really good though.
Give
like
them
Gavin's.
So they can ride the bicycle while they play.
I told John we needed to do that to set it up to where the bike powered the TV that the stuff was on, and he's like, "Are we going to do that for ourselves?" And I was like, "Hell no."
Oh,
that would be awesome though, because then people would be like, "How did you lose so much weight?" And you'd be like, "Playing video games."
Right? I lost it gaming. That would be hilarious though, because like the games that I play, like especially right now, because I got back into 7 Days to Die, like the zombie thing. Every time like I turn around my character around, and there's like a zombie's right there, like I jump and yell. I could just see myself like I'd start pedaling faster and stuff.
Riding your bike really fast. Well, do you remember like you remember when Nintendo first came out and everybody like moved, like if you're gonna go to the left and you turn your head that way.
I was a jumper.
Yeah.
I was one of those.
Yeah, I was a head turner. Like I'm like looking around, like I'm like I can really see.
I still do that. I still freaking do that at 30, whatever I am now. I still catch myself doing that.
I'm 22.
It's like I know there's somebody there.
Like something's around the corner.
Right?
Let me go left. Let me go right.
I used to love to watch Gavin because this is how, when my guys played video games, they had to stand up. They were not allowed to sit and play video games. They had to stand. And so they did a lot of jumping around. I mean, it was like aerobic exercise for these kids to play video games, you know, because they would jump and all these things. And Gavin I mean, he would jump like, you know, with his knees, with his legs, he'd be jumping, and he's got his arms going, you know, like all like this with his controller. I had to put up barriers because he got so close to the TV, like just jumping, playing these games. I honest to goodness thought he was going to knock out the TV. So I had to put up TV trays that like they had to stand behind the TV trays to play games. I really do follow rabbits down the trail, don't I?
Yes.
They tend to be my own trail.
You're like, come here, bunny. Come on, bunny. Come back.
Right?
Work
Okay.
hard. I gotta go.
Yeah. We need to go before Dusty falls asleep.
No, I'm never like that. I don't know what it is.
Well, because you've been going and you finally sat down.
Oh, yeah.
Mmm.
My little engine that could ran out.
Yes, you can't.
I think I can. I think I can. No, I can't.
No.
No, yeah.
So next week we're gonna do
Organizing.
Yeah, just start organizing. Inventory inventory in your house, inventory, how you keep track of inventory, all that good kind of stuff. So don't forget to like, subscribe, all those good things, and we will see you guys. There's no reseller wake up on Wednesday. Paul has an appointment he cannot miss, so we won't see you guys again until Friday morning.
Well, boom.
I know, right? So take care.
I thought Paul was mad at me this morning. Like I woke up and it was like 9:30, and then I was like, oh, I should get up and go ahead and get on the show, and then I looked and I had no link, and I was like, did I make Paul mad?
And I was up so early. I was up. You know what? I think that's what it is. I actually got about 6 this morning, which for me is like on my late bad habits. That's actually like really early. I think that's what it is. I just got to get adjusted to get back up early. But that's good because that means I'll go to sleep, and if I can do that several nights in a row, then I'll be really good.
I was like, I made Paul mad.
I always think that if somebody doesn't do something that they were going to do, I think that they've just forgotten me. Like you jump to why are they mad at me, and I think they've just forgotten me. Like I'm like so forgettable that it's just the first thing that I go to. Like I don't stand out enough to them or something. Like they don't.
Yeah, mine's always that I automatically jump and think that somebody's upset. Like I made them mad.
Not funny.
Even if I didn't do anything.
What does that say about us?
I don't know. I'm a girl.
Okay, so we will see you guys Friday morning on the Reseller Wake Up. Thanks for watching. We love you guys. Wade, go get your tooth taken care of, dude. And we'll see you guys later, okay?